Are you a first-time home buyer? I have a genuine question for you. Why do you want to buy a home? What is the reason why you would like to buy a home? I'm gonna go first. When I bought my home because I was living in apartments. I bounced between one apartment, was horrible, like cops were always there. And I'm like, you know what? I have a family, I have a daughter. I definitely don't want this for my family. So I moved away, got to a brand new apartment off of Union Hills and I-17. I believe it's called Avenue 25 or 25th Avenue or something like that. And brand new, spanking new. I figured, gated, apartment complex. It's gonna be 3-4 months later. Actually, it was like 4 or 5 months later. I get home. I was working outside the candy store. If you know, you know. And I come home. My wife's like in full panic mode, like, gun nearby kind of thing. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And she goes, hold on. And I'm like, all right, cool. And she called me like, hey, listen, just pay attention. I'm like, all right, cool. And the next thing I hear is like, I don't know who was like, what was going on, but someone was being tossed around, F this, F that. And, I'm like, dude, what the hell am I gonna do? So that following day, I think we actually moved back in with family members for a little bit. And obviously that comes with, some changes. And the sacrifice was, I need to buck up. I need to buck up for the purchase of a home. So, we ended up buying a home, and it's been a great decision for us during that time because number of various reasons. My mortgage payment now is a lot cheaper than it is to go rent a 3-bedroom apartment in most cities right now. And the property values have gone up since I bought the home. So if I was to sell that home, I would walk away with a little bit of money, right? So I say that, I share my story because I genuinely want to know, what is your why to buy a home? Do you have a strong enough reason to create some sacrifices? A lot of people, we all have auto loans, we have all this, and we don't realize that we're spending the average car payment, I believe right now for used cars is $500. For new cars, it's closer to $700 or $800. So what sacrifices do we need to make to be able to find the stability, find the biggest thing is stability. Look at your rent. If you're renting for the last 10 years, go back. If you've only been renting for the last 5 years, still go back. What were you paying rent, in 2018, 2017, 2015, 2020, 2010, right? However long you've been renting, what has your rent continuously done since you started, since you rented? And I share that so I can make you conscious of what will continue to potentially happen. And again, there's pros and cons to owning a home. There's pros and cons to renting. One of the prospects that I was talking to yesterday is, his biggest fear was, the AC unit going out, the roof, all of those little things that right now as a renter, you have a number that you call and they may come in quickly, may not come fast enough, but you have a number, someone to reach out to take care of those things. As a homeowner, you do have a number. You do, but you're now paying for those repairs, which is the importance of a home inspection. A home inspection is so important because of that reason. As a homeowner, you are now responsible for the lawn. You're responsible for the air filters. You're responsible for pool maintenance. If you have a pool, you're responsible for so many things now that as a renter, you're not gonna have. So if you like that peace of mind, don't buy a home. Do not buy a home. Stay with the peace of mind that you're paying rent, and that's that. There's nothing that you need to do if you want to keep that peace of mind. So there you have it. I share my story. I'm genuinely curious to know, if you're a first-time home buyer, what's your why? Why do you want to buy a home? And when do you think is the right time to get started? I think, I'm talking to people that are, they start with, I'm going to buy a home in the next year. perfect. Line up your down payment, line up your income, your credit, your employment history. That is the biggest thing that I'm seeing right now is if people want to buy a home, they feel that they need to be at their job for 2 years, which we're going to ask for 2 years of employment history. So everyone's job is going to be a little bit different. If you're self-employed and you decided to take on entrepreneurship, generally, if you were in that previous job, or if you had a previous job doing what you're doing today as a business owner, we would consider 1-year tax returns. Again, all loans are required to be underwritten by an underwriter for approval. But generally, that is the guideline. Now, if you're self-employed and you were on a completely different industry, then we are going to ask you for 2 years tax returns, and it is not the gross amount. So it is, if you're Schedule C, look at your line 31 on Schedule C of your tax returns. That very bottom number after everything is said and done, deductions, everything, that's what an underwriter is going to use for income. So if you're 1120S, K1s, again, I've gone down the weeds on this one. Back to what I was talking about is, what is your motivation? What is your why? That was my why, my family. I did not want that. And I'm blessed to have bought a home in a good area. Don't have any issues like that anymore. So anyways, if you like this content, it's a long one. It's the first time long video that I posted on. I don't think it's gonna go on any short form content. It's probably TikTok. If you're on TikTok, show some love. Leave a comment below with what is your why, your motivation to become a homeowner. Like always, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the future regarding mortgages in Arizona or real estate in Arizona, please leave a comment below with those. All right, peace.